What's up, everyone? This is Zarina, your Upland newbie, bringing you another episode of What's Up Upland. We're going to be talking about some events going on in Upland, NFTs being explained a little bit, giving you some NFT news that's relevant to Upland, and also going over the value of the Upland brand. Newbies and pros alike will probably really enjoy this hot tip on a Las Vegas neighborhood people probably don't know about. So yeah, stay tuned. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. If you also want to help out the channel, you can Zelle me, PayPal me, CashApp me. Also, just leaving comments is super helpful, and I'll take those. Oh, another thing is I have a link in my bio for people who haven't started playing the game. It's a promotional link where you start off with 6,000 UPX in the game, which is more than you normally start off with without such a code. So do go ahead and jump in. And also with that code, when you start off with a referral code of any kind, you'll be able to get double your purchase of your first purchase of UPX. So keep that in mind. So if you use it, make it a good use. I'll also get half of that purchase, which be super beneficial. So I'd appreciate that. So yeah, sign up with my link. All right, guys, let's get into it. We have some Upland news. There's this hackathon going on. This is for developers. Basically, Upland is giving developers access to tools that will allow these developers to try to build some unique experiences in the Upland metaverse. I believe these developers are going to be pitching these ideas because it seems like they don't expect them to actually have it all the way figured out, because there's this grand prize of $50,000 as a grant to help these developers realize their vision. So the person who wins, like the team of developers, whoever's, have their experience, whatever picked, I think those are the ones who get to go forth with actually trying to see it come to fruition. So we'll see with more details being announced later. But I think this is a super great opportunity, and I wish I had the skills to develop. I don't. So if you are a developer and you want to work with me, leave a comment, because I'm looking to work with somebody who can help me make my ideas, come to light. All right, so speaking of ideas coming to light, there's also this design challenge where you can create an NFT to be sold in Upland. So this is great for creatives to get their designs brought to life and to make earnings from these designs. You'll get some of the revenue. Details about all of this will be announced on May 31st, so do stay tuned for those details if you're interested, but also right now you can register. So I would suggest doing that, going to upland.me and going to register for this event if you're interested. Okay, what's up? What's also up is they have revealed their car. This super cute MV Motor Series 1 Genesis trim car it's been revealed. So if you want to see it, there's a video on upland.me. Go and head over to their events page and check it out, because I didn't want to, I don't want to steal their video, but I think you guys should definitely go watch it. Taking a little drink here. Okay. So this is the first ever minted car in Upland, and we can win this car. I say we because I'm playing the game too, and I'm trying to win. So during the week of Genesis Week, there'll be opportunities for us daily to participate in these events to earn entries at a chance to win this awesome car. And afterwards, there will be more cars produced soon. So this seems to be the arrival of cars in the metaverse for Upland. Can't wait. Okay, so don't forget to register to go to Las Vegas and participate in Genesis Week. If you haven't already, you have to buy tickets on Eventbrite. Upland has information on that on their website. I think it's awesome. It's a great chance to have an opportunity to go to Vegas, and if you needed a reason to go to Vegas, you have one, so do it. What else? We have this NFT to USD cap being raised. So this is big news for people who have properties that are super valuable, greater than 10K valuable. That's the kind of money we're talking about. So if you haven't, played this game, you're like, what kind of money can you make in Upland? Well, consider the fact that the game is having to raise their current cap of $10,000 to higher, up to 100,000 USD. I mean, that's a lot of money. So that's just telling you how much value there is in some of these Upland property assets. So it also makes me kind of wonder if they're opening it up because maybe they'll be opening up buying casinos in Las Vegas and they know those properties are going to be worth a lot of money. That's just kind of my thinking. I might be wrong, but I'm wondering. So anyways, people who have properties that are super expensive right now will now be able to go ahead and raise the cap and sell them for, hey, $20,000, or my property's $50,000. But you know what I think it is also? That first property ever minted in Upland, I think that's probably worth more than 10K now easily. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is this is the news in Upland, and it seems like really good news. Here's more good news. If you wanted to sell things, like for example, you want to sell your Block Explorer in Upland, before this, you had to basically kind of go navigate your way on Discord to, figure out a way to consign your consign, whatever that word is, and get your stuff sold in the shop by somebody else. And now you can basically just travel in Upland to a MetaVenture store, and then click on that store and go to list my NFT and see if you like what's being like the deal the merchant's offering, because the shop owners have the ability to set their commission rate between 2% and 10%. So maybe you want to go to somebody who's like only charging 2% versus 10%. That'll be up to you. But the idea is you have this opportunity now. You do have to, like I said, be in the city of the store that you're trying to sell from. So if it's out of Uplandos, I think it's in Fresno, and I'm not in Fresno. But if I wanted to sell out of Uplandos, I'd have to go wherever his store is, and then travel there because I'm in LA. And then once I got there, I'd send myself to his location. I'd click on there and be like, hey, great, list my BE, and see what's up, see how to do that. So this is great because I really want to sell stuff in Upland and to earn passive income, and I feel like this is a great way to do it. I wanted to open my own shop, but I didn't have 50 Block Explorers to start up this time. But now I feel like I don't have to open my own shop. I can save myself the hassle of the everyday, taxing job of running a business with just listing my stuff. And also what's cool is you don't have to be in the city to delist. So if you want to take your property off the market, off of the MetaVenture store listing, you can, and you don't have to travel back there to do it. So that's also cool. Another thing going on, this is just me explaining NFTs now. Do you like my fake NFT over there? I made that in my Google slide over there. It's my example of a ape card. I'm not going to say whose ape card. It's just an example of an ape card. Anyways, so people who just got into Upland might not actually get NFTs still. They might just have jumped in the game because someone said, yeah, get in this game, and they still are clueless about what NFTs are. So just want you guys to understand that these are non-fungible tokens, and they are basically these assets that you own online. So if you think of art collectibles and the process by which those things are authenticated, you can kind of get an idea about NFTs. The difference is basically NFTs are these assets with digital now I can't say it. Forget it. I can't speak right now. So you know what I'm saying. It's on the screen. The deal is you prove it digitally. It's on the blockchain, and people know you own it through this numbers that are out there that you can track and see, oh, look, this person owns it. But still people might wonder why. Who cares? If I can just screenshot that picture right there, now it's mine too, I own it, why would I want to buy it and say I own this? And I'm just going to say it's basically human psychology. We like to show off, and we like real ownership of we like knowing we have the real thing. It's just like how girls want diamonds and not cubic zirconium, because it's just we know the difference between what's real and what's not. So there's also this added benefit though, because some NFTs come with certain benefits like live events or access to certain concerts. So having the NFT, the real one, will give you access to these things that otherwise you wouldn't get with just having a screenshot of the NFT. That's how Upland's also cool, is because you have the gamification, but you also have this utility with your NFTs. Like we just talked about the whole sub-merchant thing. Well, now it's this idea of you have your NFT in the game, you put a structure on it, and you open a shop, and you've got more more value out of that NFT. It's like it's really doing something for you other than just being a picture that you own. So that's what's really cool about Upland's NFTs, and anyways, and a little bit about NFTs in general. Hope that helps. Let's see. NFT news that's relevant to Upland to me. So NFTs are big news these days, and I think good or bad, publicity is always helpful for Upland when it's about NFTs, because our game is about NFTs. That's what we're selling. We're like virtual property NFTs that are, based on real world properties. So the more that big brands get involved with NFTs and the more exposure the NFTs get, that exposure I think is going to likely lead people to Upland. I just feel like that's what's going to happen, especially because Upland is such a big contender right now with the other metaverse games like the Sandbox and Decentraland. So anyways, at the beginning of 2022, Twitter started actually allowing paying subscribers to connect their NFTs to their profile pictures. That's a big deal because Twitter's a huge platform, and the idea that Twitter is, having people be able to put their NFTs as their profile pictures, A, is a huge publicity thing for NFTs, but B, also gives people who are on Twitter who are paying access to put their, NFTs up there. Like if this is like your Upland NFT, imagine that, like you're promoting your property as your profile picture on Twitter. So it's kind of cool. The other thing is that this past May, which is we're still in May right now, Instagram has started allowing people, a small group, to use their NFTs on their profiles. So they stated, "We're beginning to test digital collectibles with a handful of U.S. creators and collectors who will be able to share NFTs on Instagram that they have created or bought. And once a creator or collector posts a digital collectible, it will have a shimmer effect and can display public information such as description of the NFT." I think that's pretty cool, the whole shimmer effect, because it'll stand out. So Instagram, Twitter, having people start connecting their NFTs and especially being able to display ones you've bought or created yourself. This is huge news. If we can start really marketing our NFTs on Instagram, imagine if you can actually start selling right through Instagram. Like, here, I'm selling my Upland property. It could be huge. So I definitely think this is great news. Some more news that is interesting out there, and this is a little bit different, is this interesting new metaverse called Rove. So check it out. If you look at it, it says Meet in the Metaverse, and this is an app you can download, Rove, on your phone. And when you go into it, the wall space, you can look, it says play your music, put your NFT on the art. Yeah, you can put your NFTs up. So it's very much similar to what I think Upland has talked about being able to do. And that's why I think this is good news, especially with the whole developer hackathon thing coming up. Look at this. Here you can go in their space, and this guy's doing a walkthrough on YouTube showing his Rove place, where he's talking about his art. So this is what I think Upland envisions, something like this, and so maybe developers can do that. All right. Sorry, that's over already. So here we are to the value of the Upland brand. This is important to me because if you think about Rove, people might be like, oh no, there's competition out there. They can already go in there and show their NFTs, and they already have their metaverse space. And also you can you can send a link to have your friends show up there. So that might be competition for something like Upland, right? Because it's a metaverse and people can go over and they can show their NFTs on the wall, they can play their music. Key to developers who might be doing the hackathon, can you please make something like that right now for Upland? But anyways, this is the value of Upland, is that who cares if Rove is out there, because Upland has already established itself. So it's already out there doing its thing, and all it has to do is keep adding to it, kind of like Facebook just adds to itself. It doesn't matter if something new comes out, Facebook just adds that new thing. Well, now Facebook is Meta. But the bottom line is that because Upland is already here, people they like what's already been established. What they know is already authentic and real. So if someone makes a knockoff Upland and they're like, look at us, we can do this and that, people aren't going to really care as much because Upland's already made itself like established as the brand for having real properties, assets. Like these are NFTs based on real property address. So if someone wants to make a new Upland, it's like, well, yeah, that one they might say they have a Las Vegas property that they own that game, but it's like, well, so what? That's kind of like the fake Upland. And so I think that as long as Upland keeps doing its thing, it's our property assets will be what people really want. They'll want the Upland asset. They won't want the knockoff Upland. They want, the Las Vegas Upland property that we have. So that's what I think. I think that NFTs in Upland definitely will be more valuable than other brands out there. And I hope that Upland will take from what they see out there and bring that to our game too. So stuff like Rove Meat, I think being able to do that within our structures in Upland would just more increase people coming to Upland versus other games. So yeah, that's that part. Now, a tip about a city or a neighborhood in Las Vegas. This is an area called Diamond Bay, and look at that water. I mean, people probably wouldn't expect to see such real estate, like such blue lakes and homes in Las Vegas where it's a desert. But if you look on the Google map there to the right, you can see that there are a few different lakes in this area, and there's property that borders those lakes. So this is a great tip for people who want to buy Las Vegas and Upland if it opens, in fact, in June. So let's take a look at it. I have a little video. Stay tuned for 1 sec. This is a tour of a neighborhood in Las Vegas that many people may not be aware about, but it's beautiful. It's by water. It's got this huge lake, and you can actually boat on the lakes that are around. There are a few different neighborhoods within this area. Some of them are gated and some of them are not. But I'm going to basically just go ahead and show you a glance of the type of real estate that's over here and show you the area and how pretty it is. This was taken May 21st, and the time of day is just around 5 p.m. So the sun is not as bright as it could be, but you can see people are out and they are having a good time by the water. That's their, community area where people can hang out. Across the street is this area, Beachport, and you can see it's Mariner, and the cross street is Sea Point. So this part right here is not gated. It's a cute little area. The homes are super cute. And while the homes are older, they've been well kept. So you can see that home over there doesn't look too bad. Come over here, you have a single story, another home, and just down the road. And all of these homes looked very well maintained. And this is their nice, beautiful, well kept area of landscaping. Again, that's Mariner. And this is another part of the pond. But this right here also, I was trying to show you, there's a great actual little lakeside shopping area. And there's a pub in here. And this part over here, actually, people can sit by the lake and eat, which I'll show you in just a little bit where they sit and eat. But they can sit right by the water. And so this area, I'm sure in Upland, will be for sale in Las Vegas if it does open up. It's not a casino. It is in Las Vegas, and I think this is worth looking at. So if people are looking for where to buy in Upland when Las Vegas opens up, if that's the city, you can see you can get waterfront property with these great views and super cute bridge, which I'll take you over in just a second down this video, so stick around for that. But yeah, you can see right there the Lakeside Center. And again, there's a pub over there, there's restaurants, there's different businesses, and there you can see the outside seating where people can sit and dine and have a lake view. And here, you see me taking you down just down the road on the other side, and this is a gated area. We can't get in there, but it's Diamond Bay, so if you're in Upland, look for that street, because a lot of the homes that actually are on the water are within this community right there. So that was Diamond Bay, and it's a really beautiful property. I wish I could get in there, but I didn't want to risk it. So here, right here, you can see a different part of the lake. So there are just, like I said, different areas that you can drive around and see and get different views and different properties that are on the lake. And there's also such cute wildlife around. You'll see I spend kind of a little bit frolicking with the birds here. So I wanted to really show this house because I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't get in the gate, but it's so nice. And then there's some ones across the way. You can see they have these like balconies on their second story. There's a basketball court over there. And then again, I was taken by the view of this property right there. Like that one looks really nice. And here's when I get caught up with the bird, because I'm like, this bird, it's quite cute here, just out and about. And there's a lot of birds. I saw people across the street feeding birds. And then I had to get another look at this lake because I was like, this is such a pretty lake. The watercolor, I went to see if I can capture the watercolor that I was seeing. It was really nice. So yeah, and then the sun was getting, you can see it's starting down just a little bit. But I wanted to take you all to the bridge, so here it is. And there you have it. Nice little view of the other side with more homes, and they are super nice. And you can see these people have their boats right out there so they can take them out when they like. And I just think if I were buying properties in Upland, this is the kind of property that I would be looking to have. Because, you know, if you in Las Vegas, people don't imagine having a Duffy or their own boat lakeside outside of their home in Las Vegas in the desert. You can see we've managed to build such things here in Las Vegas. And here's lakeside, the other side of it, so you can get a better view of the restaurant. And again, and I'm sure if you could buy this restaurant in the game, it's probably worth grabbing. So yeah, I'm really excited for Vegas and hoping that they do open in the game. This area is in Smoke Ranch. If you're looking like, where's this name? It's in the west of Las Vegas. It's Summerlin actually, which is another great area. So you can actually take out your little these kayaks and go on the water. So yes, people do actually kayak on their water here. Something else attractive for the real estate.